Hey friends, my name is Serena and welcome to Honeycomb Harvest. Today we are going to be discussing ants in your beehives. Not something that you want to personally deal with. I know I dealt with it and I try as much as I can to stay away from chemicals, stay away from pesticides, and find a more alternative route. So I will tell you what I used and what worked and didn't work. And honestly, I have found the best solution after I think trial and error number 4. This has worked out perfectly. I have not found an ant on or in my hive, and I will share it with you guys too if you're having ants in your hives or on your hives or near your hives or whatever. Okay, so first off, I heard that cinnamon works as a great deterrent. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Costco and buy the big, huge bottle of cinnamon, and I'm going to just douse my stand in it. And that's what I did. I doused the legs of my wooden bench, and I even did like a circle around the whole hive, and that didn't work. I came back, there's still ants in the hive. I would say it deterred it a little bit. Like if I didn't use anything at all, the cinnamon might have deterred a few ants, but not many. So then I decided, I'm like, you know what? Peppermint. Ants don't like peppermint. So I made this concoction of peppermint, and the first time was peppermint. I think the second time was peppermint and dish soap. And neither of those worked, so I don't recommend cinnamon. I don't recommend anything with peppermint. Does it help? It might help a little bit, but not to the extent of what I needed, because I still had dozens of ants climbing around my legs, not my legs, the bench's legs, and all over my hive. I didn't find any inside my hive, so that's a good sign. So I was watching videos and DE. I saw DE. I'm like, you know what? This is the golden ticket. I'm going to put DE around my hive, and that's exactly what I did. It did not produce the response that I was hoping for. I don't know why people love DE. So I got the DE and I sprinkled it all around the hive. You're supposed to like form a circle around your hive, and then I did it around the legs too. So I come out the next day, a few days later, and there's still ants. And you know what? All of the bees are covered in DE. Like literally, I don't know if they were rolling around in it or what. But anyways, my bees were dying. I think the DE was killing more of my bees than the actual ants. So by this time, my legs are brown. Not my legs. The legs of my bench are brown from the cinnamon. Oh, that's also what I used. I tried Vaseline. I heard Vaseline is like your number one thing when you have ants. It prevents the ants from going up because they get stuck in the Vaseline. So I'm like, great, I found my solution. Then I decided to get the big jar of Vaseline, and I rubbed the Vaseline all over my bench's legs. So I rubbed that all over my legs, and I'm like, you know what? I found the solution. I come back out and there's still ants all over my hives, and I'm like, what the heck? So Vaseline did not work because as soon as it got warmer, all of the Vaseline just started melting away into this brown, nasty gunk that I had to just go in and scrape all of this Vaseline off my legs. And so I'm like, you know what, Serena, you really need to find something that works because I'm driving myself crazy here. Trying to find all of these solutions to prevent these ants from getting on my hives. So the last method that I used has worked the best. I've had this for about a month now, and honestly, I have not seen one single ant on my hive. So what I did was I have 6 legs on my bench that I made. So 3 in the front, 3 in the back, and what I did was I went to Tractor Supply. How about I just show you? You guys want to see? Okay, let's go outside. So here's my setup of my legs. All I did was I went to Tractor Supply and bought these rubber bowls. I make sure that my legs can actually fit in them. I lifted up my bench, stuck all my legs in here, and then I filled it with oil. I used canola oil. So that is all I did here, as you can see, my legs are still brown from all of this cinnamon that I doused on them, and basically just filled it with oil. I do have a few dead bees in there that have fallen in the oil, but I don't have any ants on my hive. Let me show you what my hives look like. Hive number 1. I am looking and I do not see one single ant. I see a little gnat, but I don't see any ants on here whatsoever. No bugs. Right, I'll give you a close-up of my legs. You see that? No ants. Lots of cinnamon residue. I tried to clean as much as I could. Look how gross that looks. All right, have some dead bees on here, but as you will see, no bugs. No ants crawling, no bugs crawling. So I absolutely love this method. Oh, there's my hive tool. Take that back inside. So I love this method. I will stick to it. I like it in the fact that I don't have to use DE and don't have to kill my bees. Although I said, yes, there are a few bees that will fall into the oil, but I feel a lot safer using oil rather than DE around my hives and having them walk in it and roll in it and take it into the hive. So that is my foolproof method and how I prevent ants from getting in or on my hive, and I hope it works for you guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And always remember to be your authentic self. Bye guys.